What's fractional
A
banking?
fractional banking. So let's just say I'm a bank and I have 10 customers putting $1,000 each in my bank, right? So just say my bank got $10,000 in deposits, right? I don't have $10,000 available at any one time. Why? Because when you give me the 10,000, when my 10 customers give me 1,000 each, I take 9,000 out of that $10,000 in cash they gave me and invest it. I have to invest it. I have to get a return on my customer deposits because I have to pay for payroll, I have to pay the rent on the bank, I have to pay for expenses to run the bank, right? So if you gave me 10,000 and I just left the 10,000 in the vault, how am I going to pay for those expenses? I have to take the 10,000 and invest it so I can pay for the expenses and make a profit. That's how banks make profit, right? So capital requirements by the Federal Reserve says I only need to keep 10% of that on my books. So if 10 people came to my bank and deposited 1,000 each, right? I only have to keep 1,000 in cash in the vault. The 9,000 I would have gone and invested, right? So imagine one day when all 10 people come into the bank and says, Dean, I want my, Mr. Bank, I want all my money out. I don't have it in the bank. I don't. It's stuck in investments.
So what happens when everyone asks for all their money?
It crashes the system. Because the entire world is on a fractional banking system. That's where you hear the word run on the bank. A run on the bank is when all depositors, okay, go to the bank and says, give me my money back. It'll crash it. Because banks don't expect, the way the system is set up, you don't expect every one of your depositors to come and take their money out at one time. They're supposed to come, slowly. Like one guy keeps the money here, one guy comes in and takes 500 from his 1,000, right? And then the next day, another guy comes, or a month later, another guy comes. But while that's happening, other people come put more money in the bank. The way the capital system works is 10% of capital only. So for every dollar of deposits you have, you really only have to have 10% of it.
So 10 cents.
Yeah. I'm not giving you the real regulation because there are 3 levels of capital. It's really complicated, but that's the general way a fractional banking system works, right? And what do banks invest in? What do you borrow for? Your mortgage, right? Okay, a commercial piece of property, a business loan. So when you bring the money into the bank, the 10,000 comes in and I take the 9,000, I lend it out. I lend it out to someone buying a home. I lend it out to someone buying a restaurant or something like that. So when 10 people come in and says, give me all my money, I can't pull that money back right away. I lend someone a mortgage loan. Your mortgage is 30 years, right? I lend someone a loan on a restaurant, it takes 5 years. So I can't go to the restaurant guy and says, give me my money back right now. I have to give my people. You can't. So that's why there's the Federal Reserve and the Federal Home Loan Bank that all banks use to borrow money in case they lose the liquidity, in case more people ask them what they have. So imagine Silicon Valley Bank, right? Everyone came in and asked for way more than what they had available. So they were forced to sell the securities that they had at a huge loss, right? There was a run on the bank. Anyone wants to understand what, just Google run on the bank. That's what happened in 1929. That's how it crashed, the Great Depression. It was run on banks.